Welcome back to From Vinyl to Streaming, Tunes Through Time with Abby and Judy. I'm Abby.
And I'm Judy.
How you doing, Judy?
I'm good. How are you, Abby?
I'm good.
So how was your week?
It was good. It was good.
What happened? Anything exciting?
I got a really gnarly cold, so I was down bad all weekend, but it's all good. So I'm feeling better now.
You're alive and well.
I'm alive and well, so... But it did put a little stop in my half marathon training, but we're back at it now.
Yay!
So we're doing good. Yeah, that's about it.
That's cool.
What about you?
I think my week has been kind of non-existent. I don't know, kind of boring, I guess.
You've been sewing a lot.
I've been sewing a lot. I've been in this mindset of I need to share my gifts of sewing, which
As you do. You do need to share your gifts of sewing.
so I've been trying to make things for people outside of my family.
Mhm.
And even though it's really hard because I don't like to share my gifts too much. Not that I don't want to. It's just I'm like, oh, this is stupid. No self-confidence.
She slays it every time, though.
So this is what I've been doing. I've been sewing and I love it. I love
That's
every
good.
second of it.
That's good because she slays, and her little gifts are so cute, and I love them, and I'm so happy she's actually giving them to people
I know.
because she's so good at it.
So yeah, one of these days when I make something really cool, we'll have a
A giveaway.
giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
It will be a Judy original giveaway. So we'll see
Yeah,
when I get to it.
yeah, and you know it'll slay if it's a Judy original. You know it's perfect.
Yeah, and it might have something to do with music or something.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who
We'll
knows?
see.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But you'll want it.
You'll want it big time because Judy Originals are literally the best thing in the whole entire world. I hold every single one of mine near and dear,
Do you?
and I want more really bad. So,
So, well, we'll see what happens.
yeah.
So. All right.
So today we
Well,
thought,
Yeah, we did think. Sorry.
yeah, we did. You're good. But the Super Bowl was last Sunday, so I hope everyone enjoyed that. I hope you guys were cheering for the Eagles because they won. If not, if you're cheering for the Chiefs, then you're sad like us.
If you were cheering for Taylor Swift, you were about the only one, except for Abby. She got booed.
I know she got booed, and it was absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know why she got booed.
People need to relax. Oh my gosh. I don't know why these freaking men are so threatened
Oh, I
because
heard
Taylor
women
Swift is there.
booing too, though.
And the women are threatened too.
You know, I don't know. I think it's a combination of a lot of things that happened. I think she kind of took over the Super Bowl last year with her presence.
But that's not her fault.
It's not her fault, but I think she did, and that's not her fault, but it just happened. And I think people are a little mad. I think people are kind of mad about the Blake Lively, Justin Baldini thing because she is being put in the middle of it.
Again, how is that Taylor Swift's fault?
Not Taylor Swift's fault. And I also think she was just too big for a long time, and now she needs to kind of go into that phase of obscurity for a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's super weird.
Well, what happened though, like to the Bee Gees, and I'm comparing her to the Bee Gees.
Okay.
They were huge. I mean, they had like the top 5 songs for like weeks
She had
and
the
weeks.
top 30.
Well, this was top 5, and then everybody revolted against them.
That's so true.
I think it was a World Series that they broke all their records.
Dang.
Like people brought their records and broke them.
That's tragic.
That was a revolt.
I think people need to take a great big handful of chill pills because guess what? It's not that deep. It is not that deep.
It's not
Showing
that deep.
Taylor Swift for 3 seconds had no impact on that game whatsoever, and it was before the game even started. So people need to relax.
I know. I think that's why they didn't show her again though.
I know, but come on. People don't get mad when they show Adam Sandler.
Who would get mad at Adam Sandler?
I don't know.
Adam Sandler's the best.
I know, but
He's so funny.
I know, but Taylor Swift's the best too.
I know, but Adam
And
Sandler.
they boo her. They boo
Adam
her.
Sandler has never done anything to make anyone mad.
That's
other
not
than make
true.
a couple of bad movies. It made me mad.
Yeah. Well, I just think if you are wasting your time booing Taylor Swift because she was on the stage for 5 seconds, you have bigger problems.
Yeah. I didn't boo her.
I know you didn't. You didn't see her though.
It's true.
But you wouldn't have.
I would not have booed her. I would not have booed her. And if
You're-
I was there,
you're a Swiftie now.
I would not have booed her.
I know.
I was just saying, if you were excited to see her, you were in the minority.
No, I think the vast majority of people were excited to see her. I think there were a couple dads, brides, and chads who were upset about it.
I think it was just a man sport. They didn't want anything to do with Taylor
But Taylor
Swift.
Swift didn't do anything other than show up.
I know. I shouldn't say it's a man sport either. Abby and I were going to become fans.
We were back in November. We decided we were going to become football fans because
Like
I really
big
want
football
to.
fans.
I want to get into that football culture. I'm really intrigued by it, you know. So I want to be a part of it. And then we kind of forgot. So we didn't really become football fans. We were going to be Chiefs fans though, so it's probably good that we didn't
Yeah.
because they kind of stunk the bum.
So what did you think of halftime show?
Anyways, back to what we were originally talking about. The Super Bowl, obviously there was the halftime show. It was Kendrick Lamar, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. So good. But I love Kendrick Lamar. I think he did such a great job. It was so fun. Him like teasing Not Like Us the whole time, and then he finally played it. It was so good. It was so fun. And the man did not make eye contact with the camera at all until he said, "Hey, Drake." And he had this great big smile on his face. And it's hilarious. It's absolutely incredible. That's the perfect diss track ever written. It is so great.
So once again, Abby is in the minority.
No, okay. So
I have not
apparently,
heard anyone say
I
anything
have
good about
only
it.
heard good things.
Really?
I have only heard good
You
things.
know, I must listen to old people things.
Yes, and I listen to young
Because
people things.
I have not heard one person say
I
it
have
was
not
good.
I have not heard one negative thing about it.
Really, and
I'm-
I've not heard anything good.
It's just so funny.
That's so funny.
We're on different sides of the internet.
We are.
Guess,
We're on
'cause I've
different
only
sides.
heard good things about
Yeah,
it.
everything.
Literally
Like
only
they're
heard
like,
good
what
things.
happened there? What was that about? And I was like, I don't know either. I don't know.
It wasn't for the old people, I guess. I don't know. Or not old. She's not old. No one's old. It was not for the past millennials, I guess.
I guess not.
Because
I think
I've
it's-
only heard good things.
I just can't do rap music.
And that's okay.
Like,
I
I
can't do country music.
I can't understand
do
a word
rap
of
music?
it. I just can't. I can't understand him. I could not understand a word he said.
You didn't understand when he said, "Hey Drake, I hear you like 'em young. You don't
You
want
know-
to go to cell block 1."
I actually like the fact that he is calling out someone if it's true.
Yeah, which I think it is. I'm gonna be so honest. I really think it is.
And-
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I'm not saying. I don't know if it's true. Good for him. If
Slay
it's not,
Kendrick.
it's kind of sad. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. I think at this point, it's all but confirmed. Allegedly.
About what?
About confirmed.
Oh. Who
But-
confirmed it?
Just just the vibes. I haven't heard very much, except it's funny. Drake is suing Kendrick's label. He's not suing Kendrick, so
The
that's why
label?
he could sing it. Because everyone was like, "Is he going to perform it? Is he not?" Because of this lawsuit that's going on apparently.
That's so
And
funny.
but they're suing his label. They're not suing Kendrick, so Kendrick could perform it. Which
Well-
I think he would have performed it anyways. But
I say good for Kendrick then.
yes. It's also just the best written diss track ever. It's so funny. It is so just chef's kiss. But I really enjoyed the halftime show.
Okay.
And people my age really enjoyed the halftime show.
I think people my age didn't.
I don't think it was necessarily geared towards people your age, though, to be honest. Also, he had the coolest pants. Everyone wants this man's pants now.
I don't remember
Because
him.
they were these gorgeous low-rise flare jeans. He slayed.
I don't remember his pants.
Oh, yeah, he slayed.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't even remember what he looked like.
See, this is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kendrick
I don't-
slayed. He did such a good job. And It was funny. Before we were talking about it, you asked me like, what songs does he sing? Like what music or whatever. And for some reason, all I could come up with was Not Like Us and the Black Panther soundtrack. I totally forgot about Darn, that whole album. Just such a great album, but it had Humble, it had DNA. He started playing those songs, and I was like, I know these songs too.
Oh my gosh.
He's so good. He's so good. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the halftime show. And he had Serena Williams out there too.
I mean, come on, Serena.
I know.
How is Serena Williams? The tennis player?
Yeah, because she dated Drake. It was a whole thing. It's hilarious, actually. So she was out there crip walking all over the world. And SZA was there. SZA did a great job. Sam Jackson was there. He slayed.
Well, cool.
I really enjoyed the halftime
I guess
performance. is
sometimes
what
I
I'm trying
have
to
a
say.
hard time with too. This is one thing I do have a hard time with. And I think it's the generation of Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar is using a big platform like that to make a point that doesn't need to be out there as much.
You know,
Even though there's some things like what he's saying in there does need to be out there. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I don't know. I just don't care enough, maybe, to have a problem or to have an opinion on it. Or like I don't know. People are gonna do what they're gonna do, and I don't care. I can still enjoy the music, even if they're,
I think I could enjoy it more if it wasn't rap.
I believe that 100%.
I'm just going to say that.
And that's okay. You don't have to like rap music. That's okay.
I just can't get into it.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I tried. Ever since Will Smith became a rapper in the 80s, I've tried and I've tried.
You should try with other things than the Fresh Prince.
No, it got worse after Fresh Prince.
I don't know. It might have gotten a little less family friendly after Fresh Prince.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Oh, wow. But it was still fun. It was still fun. It was still fun.
I
Super Bowl.
thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
I thought it was fun. I thought the Super Bowl and everything was fun.
Yeah.
So,
But so
they
that
lost. The
they
Chiefs
did,
lost.
the Chiefs did lose. So
But
R.I.P. the Chiefs.
maybe we'll become Eagles fans.
Maybe.
We just need to get into this journey of football.
We do. So maybe this will be the year that we get into football.
We need to get into that culture.
Because I'm very intrigued by it. I want to be a part of it.
I want to wear a jersey and be like, whoa, this is my
Whoa,
guy.
This is my team. I think Utah just needs a NFL team for me to really get into it.
I think so too.
Because there's just no shot of going to really a game. And why cheer if you can't go to a game? You know what I mean?
I know, it's just not right.
So I don't know.
We could get into the Vegas guys.
I hate the Raiders.
Why do you hate the Raiders?
I just hate them with a burning passion. I think they're the
I
worst
like the
team.
49ers.
We could get into the 49ers. We'll pick a team. We'll keep you guys updated
We'll let you know by next
on our football
fall
journey.
when football starts again. We might be somewhere.
We might be somewhere. But so the Super Bowl halftime show got us thinking about other like live performances on TV and so we wanted to talk about some iconic live performances
That we enjoyed. That are memorable to us.
memorable to us.
There's probably so many you guys can think of.
Yes.
I was trying to think way back in the 80s and stuff. And like, I know there was some, but my brain just like, there's probably been so much good and great live performances that I forgot.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we just thought of some.
Yeah. So first one that we have here is "I'm Just Ken" from the Oscars.
Last year.
Oscars last year was great. There were so many great things, but Ryan Gosling performed "I'm Just Ken" with Slash. He was up
Slash,
there. They had a bunch of the Kens up there doing their thing.
Wolfgang was playing the guitar.
Wolfgang. So funny.
Him just sitting in his seat, and then all of a sudden did he pull out a microphone?
Yeah, he pulled out a microphone and put on a cowboy hat, I think.
And he was sitting right behind Margot Robbie.
Yeah, and she was just losing it.
It was so funny.
It was just, I feel like that, the whole like Barbie press tour and everything was just perfect, but he went so hard.
so hard.
into this Ken roll that he ate and left no crumbs. It was so incredible.
And he sang it really
And
well.
yeah, he killed it. I mean, he killed it.
He really
But
did.
they get up on stage, they're doing their dance, they're, flipping around, having a good time. It was so funny.
It was fun. I think this world needs more things like that, where it's just fun, nothing political, nothing sad, nothing like you're not thinking about anything but that performance. And it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. And especially like at the Oscars, which is like the highest brow thing ever.
Yeah.
To have Ryan Gosling performing I'm Just Ken was so funny. It was so funny.
So funny. I thought that was great. And he did it perfect. And just like all the people that like the other Kens coming out, Slash being there. It was awesome.
It was awesome. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. And Simu Liu, I think, I can't remember how to say his last name. Simu. He was one of the Kens.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was one of the Kens. And I think he had broken his ankle or something, but he was still out there giving it his all. It was so funny.
It was so fun.
It was so funny.
That's entertainment. That is pure entertainment. And that's what you live for.
Yep.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I still love that. I could still watch that even.
It was so fun. It was so fun.
And
He just did such a perfect job. On it, there has never been a role more perfectly cast than Ryan Gosling.
he's so
as Ken.
funny. He's so funny about it. Because he's so serious, but not at the same time.
Because it's the most ridiculous thing in the whole entire world. But
And
he
yet
sold it.
he
He
sold
sold it.
He sold it. He slayed it. It was awesome.
It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it,
Go
look it
watch
up on
that.
YouTube because it's just funny.
It's so funny. So funny.
So funny.
So then along those same lines, the same Oscars, Billie Eilish performed What Was I Made For from the Barbie movie as well. Big Barbie movie last year.
Yeah, that's just a beautiful song.
It is I think one of the best written songs ever. It is a beautiful, beautiful song. Billie sounds beautiful. The piano and everything
What's
is
his name?
gorgeous.
Did a great job.
Phineas. He did such a great job. And it was so perfect for that movie and that moment in the movie. I love
I think it's the
that.
song every girl can relate to.
Yeah.
Because I think at one time we think, why are we here?
Yeah.
What's the purpose?
Yeah.
What's my purpose exactly? Yeah.
Yeah.
And she sang it beautifully.
She did. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I'm not the biggest Billie Eilish fan, but that one just kind of gets you.
Yeah. I feel like that's
Really
one
good.
where you just feel it. It's like you know how they say you either know someone a crowd's really into it if there's lots of cheers or if it's pin silent.
Yeah.
And it was
Pin
pin
silent.
silent there. It was incredible. It was so good.
It's like the total opposite of the Ken song.
I'm Just Ken.
I'm just
yes.
Ken. Like the total
The
opposite.
duality of Nan in this movie. It was
Yeah.
So funny.
So
So
it was
good.
just funny. Yeah, that was really good.
But yeah, she killed that.
Did Phineas and her write it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They
Yeah, it's
did.
kind of interesting too because she talks about how they were kind of at they had a really bad writer's block at that point in time, and that kind of relit their creative fire
Oh,
or
really?
something like that. But it is one of the best written songs in the whole entire world. I love it.
I
It's
love
so
it too.
good.
I think it's a beautiful song.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was beautiful in the movie
It was
too.
perfect. It was so I don't think there's ever been a song so perfect
Uh-huh.
in a movie.
And and then if you don't like the Barbie movie, I still think those two songs stand out.
Mm-hmm.
The Ken song is obviously Barbie, but it's so funny.
But it's so so entertaining.
If you don't really want to watch the Barbie movie, just watch that one for fun.
Mhm.
It's just hilarious.
it's just entertaining.
Just hilarious. I
Yes.
love it so much.
Yes.
Yeah, but she killed it.
She killed it. She killed it.
Her and Phineas. Phineas, I like a lot.
Yeah. They're so talented.
They really are.
Yeah.
And
Like-
they're just, they're the carpenters of the nowadays.
They are.
The brother sister duo.
That's a good comparison, I think.
Yeah.
But
I think Karen was, they're different singers, but
Yeah.
but the brother and sister duo, and they sing really good songs. So
Yeah.
that one was really good.
yeah, she killed that. Next one we have is Taylor Swift, of course.
Of course.
She sang the All Too Well 10-minute version on SNL, which was so incredible. It was so fun because this is a 10-minute long song. So it was only the one performance for SNL. Usually they do two, and she just did the one. But like, because it was 10 minutes, it gave time for like a cinematic masterpiece. It was so great. And this was after the short film had came out. So they like were showing scenes from the short film and
Oh, did
stuff
they?
behind her. But like it gave like the lights would change for the songs. Like it started snowing in the middle of the song. And she sang for 10 minutes live on television. Which, and this was pre-Eras Tour, so she was not in Eras Tour shape yet. So
You
it's
know,
very
I
impressive.
think it's impressive. SNL, I mean, they have so much time. And I'm sure everything is like to the second
Mm-hmm.
of how they do it. And I've never seen anyone on Saturday Night Live do a 10-minute song.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, like the two together might be, I don't know.
I don't even think it's 10 minutes.
I don't even think that's 10 minutes. I think they have it. So that was pretty, I mean, that's a big deal to
Yeah.
give one artist a 10-minute
Mm-hmm.
slot.
Yeah. And I think where this song was like already was such a legend in and of itself, the 10-minute version of the song everyone just loves. So everyone was so excited for Red Taylor's version release because we knew we were getting this song.
The 10-minute version.
The 10-minute version. And so then for her, I remember she was on Jimmy Fallon like a couple nights before. She was on SNL and he was kind of like, you know, like, what are you going to sing? Like, are you going to sing? Like, what are you going to sing? She goes, I'm going to sing one song, but it's like the length of two songs. Like she was just like obviously saying what it was, but without saying what it was. Like it was just such a fun time to be a Swiftie, I think, because
That would be fun.
it was just this like moment we'd waited for so long. This song, this 10-minute version of this song that came out in 2012 or something like that. So it was just fun, and she killed it, and she looked gorgeous, and it was just so much fun. It was so good.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but it was good. But it was his first time we'd heard that song live in its
Yeah,
entirety, so it was very exciting.
that is actually.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been really fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And I think it's really cool on SNL to do that, to be
Yeah.
able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's big.
Yeah.
Do you remember who the guest host was that week?
I don't remember.
See, you only remember the one.
I know, but it was in 22, I think. So Pete Davidson was still in the cast, and they did a skit together, which was really funny.
Oh, so she did skit also.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It was fun, but yeah, she killed that. That was such an incredible performance. But it was also fun because like the way the lights would change
Uh-huh.
to different colors, everyone was like, "Oh, are these like Easter eggs for how the albums are going to be released?" Like the different colors. Like
Oh,
it was
really?
it was such a fun performance. And like where we hadn't seen Taylor Swift in a long time, like there wasn't
Oh, yeah,
she wasn't performing like
She kind of went away for a little while, didn't
yeah. And like with COVID and stuff, like she just hadn't been out there performing very much. But she was releasing all of this music because Fearless Taylor's version had came out at this point, and then Red Taylor's version had came out. And I mean, Red Taylor's version is 30 songs, so it's a long album. But so like to see this song, it was just fun. It's just one of those memories as a Swiftie that was a big deal. It was
Yeah.
a very big deal.
she? Cool.
Yeah,
I bet that would be really cool. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna actually watch it after
I'm gonna
this.
make her watch it, but
I want
because
to
she killed
watch
it.
it.
She killed it. It was just so fun. It was just so fun.
All right. So our next one, I can't see. So
Tracy Chapman and
Luke
Luke
Combs.
Combs on the Grammys when they performed Fast Car.
That was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I don't think people knew
I don't
that
think so
Tracy
either.
Chapman. I think it was going to be kind of it was like a little surprise.
Mm-hmm.
And when they opened up the curtain and she was there was the biggest applause.
Yeah.
And her face looked like she was ready to cry.
Yeah.
Like she
it
was
sweet.
just so taken back by all the love she was getting.
Yeah.
And then they killed that song.
They did
My
such a
goodness.
good job.
It
They did
was-
such a good job.
So good.
It was so, so good.
And I don't even I mean, I'm not a big country fan, and I don't even know if I knew who Luke Combs was until that
Yeah.
performance. But them singing that song together, whoa. That
It
was,
was so good.
spectacular. And I just still love that it was a big surprise that she was there.
Yeah.
And they open it up, and there she is singing it
Yeah.
with them. And
Because I think he started at the beginning, like he did maybe the first verse or something, and then the like curtains opened and she was there.
well, I think it was
Or
just
was it at
open.
the
It just
beginning?
opened at the beginning,
Okay.
and everybody saw her, and they just were like,
It was so exciting.
so exciting. And then like it was kind of cool because Luke Combs loved this song. Like he grew up listening to the song with his dad, so he wanted to record it. And so when they went to Tracy, and they're like, "We're gonna let you have all control. You sing what you want. You let me know what you want me to sing." And so she was able to
Really have a hand in it.
I mean, a big hand in it.
That's cool. That's really cool.
You know, and it's just cool. It's cool to see these people that are really talented. You know, I don't know what her life was like. I'm sure she kind of had a hard life when she was younger and stuff. It's just cool to see that she wrote something, made it huge herself, and then, like, was it 30 years later or 40 years?
Something like that. Probably 40. It was the 80s,
yeah,
wasn't it?
It was in the 80s, yeah. So, like, almost like 40 years later, some country singer, I mean, it wasn't even a country song. Some country singer's like, I'm going to do this. And he was up for a Grammy for that song. And then to bring her back.
To bring her out.
Kind of like, oh, it was so
It was cute. It was really
loved
sweet.
it so much.
Yeah.
I still watch it and it kind of makes me cry.
Yeah. It's just one of those moments where, like, you can tell someone is realizing the influence that they had.
Yeah.
And it's just a, like, really special moment.
Yeah, and you kind of get lost in those kind of moments. Like you just you just know you're watching something that is really spectacular.
Yeah.
And that was one of them.
Yeah.
And I still love it.
It is so good. It is so good.
So good. They just killed it. And I think he sang something wrong and she never corrected him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's kind of funny, but
That is funny.
yeah, so she had a big hand in it. She just, like
That's
he
really
just
cool.
said, I want you to arrange it and you do it any way you want and I'll just be there to support kind
That's
of thing.
cool. That's
That
really
he would,
cool.
I mean, he was up for the Grammy and he didn't
Yeah.
have a big head saying, I've got to do it all or anything.
Yeah.
He just said, it's your song.
Yeah. That's really
Let's do
cool.
it. And
That's sweet.
It turned out beautiful.
Yeah, it was an incredible performance for sure.
All right, what's another one?
Okay, so on the same line of the Grammys, this year, Chapel Roan performed. And she did such a good job. She sang Pink Pony Club, which if you know that song, you know it's a banger. But it was just, I feel like one thing with Chapel, and like, you can obviously see it in her outfits and her makeup and stuff, she's very like avant-garde, like very over the top kind of a thing. So her performance was really big, really over the top, which is just fun. I feel like a lot of times, and it has its place,
Yeah.
but like a lot of performances are much simpler. So it was fun to see something really ornate and really intricate during the Grammys. And I think this was her first time performing at the Grammys. I'm like 99% sure. So it was just fun to see like a big performance like that. And she did such a great job.
She did. You
And
know,
it's such a fun song.
and I do have to apologize.
Okay.
Sorry. Sometimes I say things to Abby like, I can't stand the way her hair is. Not her hair. Like, what's her
Like
name?
Chapel Roan.
Roan. You know, or like her makeup and stuff. But I think, and because I'm like, why can't they just do it on talent? Like, if they're talented, it should be okay. But if you go through the years, David Bowie was that way.
Yep.
And he's huge.
Yeah.
You know, Boy George
Yes.
was that way.
Yes.
And he was very talented.
Yes.
So, I'm sorry, Abby. I guess
The smack
sometimes
talk is not really warranted, is what you're saying.
I'm saying that I should be thinking more about the talent than what it looks like.
Yes. But I think, and this is just my opinion, I think it adds to it. I think her,
Is it her personality?
yeah, like it wouldn't be the same if she was in a regular outfit with like basic makeup. Like it wouldn't be the same.
Kind of like Boy George.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Boy George is the same.
Yeah.
If he would have been just clean cut.
Yeah.
Looked like a man.
But also, and I think her outfits are always like incredible. They're just avant-garde. Like they're just like kind of wacky, but they're incredible. Like her carpet dress was straight off the runway, so it wasn't like custom made for her or anything, but it was gorgeous. Like it was like paintings, like Renaissance paintings kind of. It was gorgeous. But her makeup and her hair and everything, like it is her. Makes the outfit. Like it wouldn't be the same without it.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her. Well, I love her music and her style. She said some things that, I don't know, questionable. But
Yeah.
her performance, it was just so fun to like.
They really need to keep the questionable stuff out and keep it entertaining. That's all
Yeah.
I can say.
Yeah. I mean,
They're there to entertain you.
Yeah. I just think she wasn't ready for the amount of fame that she got.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Which But I think one thing about Chapel is she gets the entire crowd singing. And I don't know what it is, but like when she was performing at like festivals and stuff, it would be dead right before her. But she would come out and everyone is up, everyone is singing. And you could see it at the Grammys. Like everyone was singing along with her, which I think is just so cool. Like I feel like that's kind of a rare thing where everyone, like literally everyone is like into the performance. Like she captivates the audience very well and everyone sings along with her, which is cool.
That is cool.
But she did a really good job. I loved it.
I don't know if I watched it.
You probably didn't.
I didn't watch it.
But
I had a hard time with the Grammys this year, but that's just me. I'm old. You know,
I tried to get her to watch it. I tried, but
I started it. And
Good.
then I was like, I gotta quit or I'm not gonna be a happy person.
True.
I gotta be happy too.
You gotta be happy. She's gotta be happy. And it's okay. You don't have to like it.
I know.
Okay. Moving on to something we do both like. One Direction, when they sang Story of My Life on X Factor. See, we didn't even talk about this last week. At the Grammys, they did a little tribute. They do a tribute. They always do a tribute to everyone who's passed away that year. And they started with Liam, and they did a whole, like, little video of Liam. And oh my gosh, I started crying. It was just this, like, I'm just heartbroken.
You know, I finally saw it.
Mm-hmm.
So they did the whole video of Liam,
Mhm.
and then that Coldplay
Yeah.
guy, what's his name?
Chris Martin.
Chris Martin started singing it, and then they showed the other ones that
Yeah.
had died.
Mhm.
So they really
They did a, like,
did
tribute to
real
Liam.
tribute. Oh my gosh.
I'm like just really so heartbroken about it, but I did start crying. But like, and that song, that Coldplay song is just beautiful. Like,
It is.
It's a very
He's got a
beautiful
beautiful
song.
voice.
He does have a beautiful voice, but it just, it broke me.
It broke.
was so sad.
You know, it kind of broke me too. I just love One Direction.
I just love One Direction. But they performed Story of My Life, I feel like is one of those songs that no matter if you're a One Direction fan or not, like,
You've gotta love it.
You've gotta love this song. Like, I feel like it's such a beautiful song with, like, you know, we all have these memories and we all have these stories that mean a lot to us. And
I felt like it was their first real mature song.
yeah, I would agree.
Like a lot of their songs were just kind of fun and cute
Yeah.
because they were fun and cute.
Mhm.
And that was the first one I think was like a real mature song that was just beautifully sung
Mm-hmm.
by all of them.
Yeah,
And the video
is so
is
cute.
so cute. I mean, as a mom
Mhm.
looking at those and they're
Those
like
pictures.
recreating them and that
Yeah.
just was cool. Remember I tried to do it but Tyler wouldn't come and then they didn't have the bear at Thanksgiving.
Yes, I do remember that.
But it just was so sweet and like when Zane's with his sister and she grows up and then
and then Louis' grandparents
had passed.
So
And but there was the stories that make them who they
Yeah.
are. And it's just I love that song
I
so
love
much.
that song. It's
It's-
such a great song.
That performance was really cool because like they would kind of go in a round.
Mm-hmm.
So they would like one would be singing and then the next one would come and then the other one would go in the back. It was just really cool.
It was really cool. It was really, really cool.
And I think that's going to be it's just one of those songs where it can't be redone,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll be something cherished, I
Yeah,
think.
for sure.
Yeah, and we were just talking about we've heard, we're praying that they're going to get back together to do a tribute to Liam
At the Brits.
at the Brits. That's what, March 1st, I think?
I'd have to look. Probably.
I think it's around March 1st. I've been seeing it all the time. And let me tell you, I probably will cry.
I will. Oh, I'll be a mess.
You
I'll
know,
be a mess.
and I don't even know why I love them so much. I just do. I just think they were so good together.
Yeah, March 1st.
I think they're really good separate too. I think they've really,
They've really done well for themselves. For
but
sure.
maybe you had 5 really good singers
Mm-hmm.
come together.
There was just something like truly magical about
About
One
them.
Direction, and especially
Sure.
this performance because it's just, like you can just feel it. Like you can just feel it.
There's
they-
something magical
There's
there.
something magical. They all sound incredible. They all did such a great job. But like, there's just something magical about One Direction.
Yeah, and they were all into it. And it was back on the X Factor where they
Where
were
they started.
where they started and come back together. I don't know if they can now.
I don't know.
Without Liam.
I'm just really heartbroken.
It's not gonna be the same without Liam.
No. Definitely not.
I'm heartbroken too.
Me too.
Love
Okay.
you. Love you, One Direction.
We love, like, literally,
We love.
we love One Direction. I owe my heart and soul to One
And
Direction.
I don't even care if I'm old. I still love them. I just think they
You-
sang
that
so
was-
well.
That was the beauty of One Direction. It didn't matter who you were,
It was
how old
just
you
fun.
were, how young you were,
I know.
what you did in your life.
I just loved
You
them.
could.
They were just
you
fun.
could love One Direction.
They were just fun.
They were incredible. I love One Direction.
I'm so glad you guys introduced them to me.
Me too. Because look at this. This is for you, One Direction.
I don't know where my heart is. Sorry. I don't know where my heart is.
It's with One Direction is where it is.
It's never gonna be the same
No,
again.
I'm I'm really genuinely heartbroken about it. Anyways, we'll
Let's move on.
But we love One Direction.
We love you.
So another Britain musical show. Britain's Got Talent. Out comes Susan Boyle. And I remember this so vividly for some reason, and I don't even know why. But she came out, not
Not dressed in anything special.
yeah, not your normal, singer.
Her hair was just kind of basic. She
Yeah.
was just kind of basic.
Yeah. And
she was kind of weird.
Yeah. Well,
Kinda-
she's just not what you think of when you think
I
of.
think she just wasn't polished. I shouldn't
Yeah.
say she was weird. She definitely was not polished.
Yeah.
She definitely just was just kind of just went out there.
Yeah. She just had this raw talent. But she goes out there. Simon's kind of, doing his Simon thing, his snarky little
Well,
remarks.
they all kind of were. They
Yeah.
were all like, okay, this is going to be one we're going to make fun of. I'm sure
Mhm.
after there's going to be a lot of X's that come up.
Yep.
And
And she sang I Dreamed a Dream, didn't
I
she?
Dreamed a Dream, yeah, from Les Mis.
From Les Mis. And she absolutely killed it.
Killed it.
Absolutely killed it.
Like, it was what?
Like, everyone was
Like-
blown away.
Blown away. Even Simon was like, it was beautiful.
It was
It was
beautiful.
absolutely beautiful. And you knew at that moment there was something that's going to happen big
Yeah.
for her.
Mhm.
Like, it wasn't going to be something, like, she wasn't just going to go away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even if she didn't win, I don't know if she won or not. I don't think
know.
so.
I don't think so.
No, she did not win because it really hurt her.
Yeah.
But you just knew it was going to change her life, and she was going to be big after that.
And
You just
everyone
knew.
would remember that moment.
And everybody would remember. Yeah, it was a big moment.
It
And
was-
she had a pretty good career. I don't know
Yeah.
if she's doing much. I mean, she was kind of older.
Yeah. I'm
So I
not
don't
sure
think-
what she's up to now.
I'm
but
sure she made millions.
Yeah.
And is living off it and living her best life.
I hope so.
But it was kind of fun because after she got popular, she was a huge Donny Osmond fan. Like,
Yes.
huge,
I
huge.
forgot about this.
Like when she was younger.
Mhm.
And then he came out and surprised her and sang with her. And
It's the cutest
Cutest
thing
thing
ever. It is so
Oh.
sweet.
it was just fun.
It was so fun. She was just.
She was living her
Speechless,
best
yeah.
teenage life.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
It was, yeah.
So, yeah, that one I think was one of the best
Yeah,
live performances
sure.
for sure.
For sure.
All right, another one.
Another one, Kelly Clarkson, when she won American Idol, she sang A Moment Like This.
She was the first
She's
winner.
the first winner.
It was a brand new kind of a show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they kind of did it in Britain. Was that the same as Britain's Got Talent?
No.
Or
Well, this was American Idol.
or was there a Britain Got Idol? I
don't
swear it was. I think it was made up after
Probably,
because
yeah.
Simon was
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
So it was just a whole new show, and I
Mhm.
kind of didn't start until like towards the end.
Mhm.
So I didn't know too much about it. I had little tiny kids. I was
This
busy.
came out the year I was born. So.
Oh, I had a baby. That's
You
what
had
it
a
was.
baby.
But I did start watching it towards the end,
Mhm.
and when she sang that at the end, when she won,
Mm-hmm.
and she sang that, you just knew she was going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
There was just something about her. It was like, that is
They
crazy
really
and
found
amazing.
one of the greatest vocalists ever. First try. Like they
I
killed
know.
that. They
First
killed
try.
that.
First try.
Because she and I feel like now since she has her talk show and she sings she's a lot more in the news than she used
Yeah.
to be for a little while there. People are remembering just how freaking talented she is. Like there's a big joke that no one wants to see Kelly Clarkson coming because she'll sing their song way better than they did because she does covers every day
Does
on
she?
her show and she kills every single one of them.
Oh, now-
She is so incredibly talented. She
So talented.
is so good.
And I think it was cool that there was a show that gave her that opportunity.
Mhm.
I don't know if she knew how to get into it
Yeah.
or what, but
But I feel like at this time you can see a star in the making. Like you just
You saw a star in the making.
she
Like,
was gonna be huge.
yeah, she sang that last, and it was like, I mean, all through it, she was singing and she was singing really well.
Mm-hmm.
But that song, and
So
she was even crying halfway
Yeah.
through it, and it was just beautiful.
it was beautiful.
and big and huge,
Yeah.
and it was really neat.
Yeah, I feel like because that came out obviously when I was a baby, so even if I did watch it live, no memories. But that's when I've gone back and watched because it's just one of those moments. You know what I mean? Like it's
It's pretty spectacular.
pretty spectacular.
And like, I think it's because it was the first one too.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't recreate it.
Yeah,
It was just magical.
yeah.
It was
definitely.
it was a very magical time on TV.
Yeah,
Like her or not, like the show or not, that was a
That was
magical
magic.
moment on
Yeah.
TV.
yeah,
And she's amazing.
yeah. The girl can sing.
That
Holy
girl.
cow! Holy
Yeah.
cow!
I don't
It's
know
incredible.
where she got that from.
I don't know, but she is so talented.
So
So talented. Okay, last one that we have is
It's the biggest.
the biggest. We wanted to end on this one because obviously this is.
And I hope
incredible.
a lot of you've seen this,
Yes, if you watch this, let us know.
or at least heard of it.
Yes.
And if you haven't seen it or heard it, go
You
on
have to watch
YouTube
it.
and you can watch it.
Mhm.
But what is it, Abby?
Michael Jackson at the 25th anniversary of Motown.
Singing Billie Jean
Billie Jean. This is when we got the iconic
Moonwalk.
moonwalk.
Okay,
That's when
I
he
watched
debuted.
this. Okay, I watched this live on TV. I don't know why I thought I'd watch this Motown show. I just like to watch TV. But Michael Jackson was going to be on, and he performed with his brothers, the Jackson 5 first. But this was kind of like he's had solo albums, like he had the one before it,
Off the wall.
Off the Wall. And so, but this was like almost debuting his new album, which was Thriller.
Which is one of the greatest albums ever.
And he gets out there. I mean, I just remember he goes out there. I think he like puts his hat on, he puts his glove on, because he
Didn't he
is
like open a briefcase or something?
and start putting it on. And then this guy, he was a showman.
Yeah,
If there was nothing else about him, he was a
Mhm.
showman, but he can sing too.
yeah.
So he did all that. He put his glove on, and then he started singing the song, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is one of the best songs I've ever heard. Like
Mhm.
the beat was cool, everything about it was really fun. And then I think it was toward the end,
Mm-hmm.
he starts doing the moonwalk, and I remember specifically thinking, oh my gosh, what did he just do? What did he just do
Yeah.
here? It was mind blowing. It was I mean, I can't remember what year it came out. It was
I
probably
can
like
look it up.
82 or something.
I mean, Thriller came out in 83, so probably, didn't it? I think right around there.
So it was probably 83, maybe 82, 83. See when it came out. We should have looked that up.
We should have.
But I mean, I still remember sitting there on my couch watching that,
83.
thinking, "Oh my goodness, I just saw something spectacular."
Yeah, you witnessed history.
I just witnessed. Yeah, it was seriously that.
Mhm.
I just witnessed some history here.
Mhm.
Like this was so cool. And then after that, everybody wanted to moonwalk.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's cool because I've seen the video. I've seen this performance many times.
I'm sure.
But like, it was like something like for me seeing it, looking at it in the past, kind of a thing. You were seeing something so iconic being debuted, which is so cool. Like that's something
So
that
cool.
doesn't happen. Like I feel like there's not things, or things just don't become iconic like the moonwalk was. You know what I mean? Like
and Michael Jackson.
and Michael Jackson, and like you saw its premiere right there,
Right there.
which is so cool.
And I got to see it live as it was
Mhm.
happening. And I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is just so amazing. I remember just thinking that, like, I can't believe I just saw that. Like, that I just knew that was something big
Yeah,
and it was going to take off. And
and it did.
whoa, did it ever.
Yeah.
Thriller
Mhm.
was huge. Bad was huge. And yeah, he was a performer.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That is for sure. That
And
is
it was
for
really
sure.
fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun to witness that. I mean, there's a lot of things before, like I think when the Beatles went to on Sullivan,
Ed
Ed Sullivan first time, that was like one of those iconic moments. Even like Elvis Presley when he first went on, was it Ed Sullivan?
It was Ed Sullivan when he was gyrating his hips. He got in trouble.
See, those were the moments that they did really make history,
Mm-hmm.
and they're huge. And you think about it, but I still think this performance at
Tops
the
them all.
Motown 25th anniversary tops them all.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was kind of like, it was like Michael Jackson was just all of a sudden just huge.
Yeah.
Like he just broke
he
out
was-
of his family.
Yeah.
He broke out of everything, and all of a sudden he was huge.
And he like found his thing. Like that was Michael Jackson.
That was Michael
That
Jackson.
was Michael Jackson. It was like the premiere of Michael Jackson in
It
a way.
was, yeah. I would say that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the moonwalk, and we were like, I've never seen anything like that.
How can you even do that?
And then you'd see people all the time with his red jacket and everything. And
Well, he even like did his like lean thing there.
he did the leaning. He just did
And
everything.
like his pose, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just like that was Michael Jackson. It was the premiere of Michael Jackson.
And let me tell you, I hope everyone was alive and remember that. They saw it. And if you didn't, go watch it
Go
on.
watch it.
Because seriously, I think that is one of the biggest things in musical history
Yeah.
of all time
Yeah.
on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool. It was super cool.
Yeah.
And I will never forget it.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful I watched it that day because I don't know, I'm not a big Motown fan. I don't know if it was because Michael Jackson was going to be on it
was.
that I thought, oh, I'll watch this.
Mhm.
But wow.
Wow.
I don't even know. I kind of almost think I was watching it all by myself.
You might have been.
I don't know.
You might have been.
But wow, I still remember it. Still love Michael Jackson.
So iconic.
So iconic. That
Yeah.
was just, you just knew something big was happening after
Yeah.
that. And it
Mhm.
was huge.
Yeah. So those
So-
are some live moments that we are big to us.
Big to us.
And-
ones that we think that were like big. Like we
Yeah.
just thought, wow. But there's probably so many live performances
Yes.
that you guys remember.
Yes.
Or
So let us know. Comment or text us or whatever. What like an iconic live moment was that you remember.
or if you agree with us or disagree with us
Mm-hmm.
too. Like, let us know if you saw Michael Jackson do that.
Yes. Please do, because that is like history. That is history being made.
History. Huge history.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So just let us know. Give us a like.
yes, follow us on your preferred streaming platform and our social media, and subscribe on YouTube. It's just From Vinyl to Streaming everywhere.
Everywhere.
And we'll see you next week.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.